Welcome to another episode of Smash JT, and yep, I'm going to be talking about Woodhawker again. So, strap in, Beatemups. We're going to be talking about why I am not a big fan of how you're handling a few situations lately. So, off the bat, I don't want to make this a complete railing on Woodhawker because he's an awful person. Like, I've had interactions with him in the past. Many of you who followed me have known that. And while we might not be, let's say, the best of friends right now, at a moment in time, I feel like him and I were on a level of understanding and understood where each of us were coming from. That all changed way back when he made that post on Twitter about my channel when I exposed the Dreamcast guy. It really hurt. He swung hard. My channel got pounded by his fan base. And this is before he was at the size he is now. I mean, this is when he had like 400,000 subscribers. Now he has like 850,000 subscribers or something crazy like that. And I wasn't a big fan of how he used his influence to, I don't want to say attack channels, but strong arm might be a better term. The reason I bring that up is because Darius Truxton, who, yes, is a very weird and odd fellow that has a lot of strange opinions, and the dynamic of his videos are not, we'll say, professional by any stretch of the imagination. And I rarely ever agree with him. And I definitely do not condone the doxing of other YouTubers. I don't condone the lies and making up things. Like, that's, I feel like if he actually sat down and did some research and provided people with some facts, like actual facts with evidence, instead of just spouting accusations against channels, then there'd be a lot more potential for him. But as it stands right now, he has a long way to go before he gets to the point he needs to be at in order to actually be taken seriously when he's going to be exposing YouTube channels. But the reason why I give that whole pretense here is that I don't want it to come off like I'm defending him. Because if anyone deserves it, it's probably him, because of how reckless he's been with accusations. But still, what happened with Woodhawker basically strong-arming his fan base against Darius Truxton, tweeting out Darius's video, and then just seeing his channel get absolutely slammed by his fan base, I'm not a big fan of. A professional way for a gigantic YouTuber to handle that situation would be to, instead of linking a video of false accusations, just to say a tweet saying, I understand there are some people out there that are making accusations against me for X, Y, and Z. In this case, it was accusations that his fundraiser wasn't entirely ethical last time. That he potentially didn't give the money to the sources he claimed to the foundations that he raised the over $40,000 to. Darius Truxton made a video saying that Woodhawker did not give any kind of receipts showing that he had given the money to these funds, to these foundations, to these nonprofit organizations. When in fact, last year on Twitter, he posted all the receipts, except for one of them, but he tagged the foundation and said that they're not getting back to him. So I'd like to take his word for that, because that seems awfully strange to raise that kind of money and then not give it to these foundations. But that being said, Woodhawker was pissed, and he sent his fan base after Darius Truxton, and basically they just destroyed him. But not in the way that you would like people to destroy someone. Like, yeah, downvotes are one thing, But when you actually go through the Twitter thread, you see all the fanboys of Wood Hawker. They're all like, oh, he's such an ass. I reported him. I reported it. Reported. They're trying to get this guy taken off of YouTube because he's spouting lies. And that brings up quite the dilemma of if someone should be able to take someone off of YouTube because they don't like what they're saying about him. It doesn't matter if it's true or false. This guy, Darius Truxton, has zero influence. Nobody in the community takes him seriously whatsoever because he doesn't back himself up with any facts. But even with that being the case, I like to think that everybody has a voice. YouTube is a platform to allow people to speak their mind, to air their grievances and frustrations and anger, regardless of if you agree with them or not. And when you're a gigantic channel and you get offended easily by people that are spouting nonsense about you that have zero influence and nobody is listening to them whatsoever, I just feel like it's wrong that you're bringing your entire fan base over to get rid of a channel that you don't agree with. Which brings me to my next point. Wood Hawker coincidentally decided to do some damage control after I made a video exposing how he really is when things don't go his way. Just coincidentally, what was it, like 45 minutes after I published my video talking about what he did to me when I published my Dreamcast Guy video, he posted on Twitter saying something along the lines of, if any of you know somebody with mental illness or creators with mental illness, just tag them because I want to spread some awareness on this, which basically means he was getting the ball rolling and his gears churning in his head to start another charity drive for depression. Now, good for him for doing this. I think that's a really good thing. Like, I'm not angry about that. I just think it's very curious timing to do damage control. Just curious. Depression is a serious issue. I don't want to make light of it. I just think it's awfully convenient that that's the fallback for a fundraiser, for a charity drive, for a charity stream. And one of my biggest frustrations with his previous charity stream is something that I haven't heard anyone really bring up. He made an awful lot more Patreons and channel subscribers and channel, pledges on YouTube. The support, people pledging money like $5 a month, things like that, just by doing the charity drive. And there's kind of a lot to be questioning with that. Because what is the true motivation for a charity drive on YouTube? Why would somebody be doing it? One, they truly care about a cause and want to draw attention to it. Two, they want to use it as an excuse to get attention on their channel so that they can get more donations, they can get more Patreons, more people that would join the YouTube channel, $5 a month, more subscribers. Like, there's so many benefits to a gigantic channel doing a charity drive on their YouTube channel that it's almost nauseating. So this is just giving the full disclosure of everything that we're dealing with when it comes to a fundraiser on YouTube. This isn't to say, by the way, that what he's doing is a bad thing. It's just to say there are certainly ulterior motives to consider when somebody does a charity drive on YouTube. It's not as innocent as a lot of snowflakes might think it is. It's not as, oh, I just want to help people, as people think it is. Not to mention, in this most recent charity stream that he's going to be doing, he's promoting it using Etika's name. I've never heard Wood Hawker mention Etika, ever. So initially I hear that, and it makes me think, is he using Etika's name to get more attention on this charity stream? Why would he be doing that? Interesting. Why would he need to? Because he wants as much attention as possible on him. This has very little to do with Etika. The only correlation is Etika committed suicide because he had a lot of issues mentally, personally. But trying to create a charity drive on depression and attaching it to a very prominent YouTuber just to get attention, I personally feel it's in bad taste and it's completely unnecessary to do. Now, if Woodhawker was clearly buddy-buddy with Etika and super attached to him and, you know, they had a history with each other and this is something that truly meant a lot, then yes, clearly it would make more sense at that point. But because it's so out of context, I have an awful lot of questions about that aspect in its own right. Now, Woodhawker, because he's a big channel, is getting a pass on this. If a smaller channel tried to use Etika's name in order to get attention for a charity drive, oh boy, they would get absolutely destroyed by the public. I can assure you of it. Because when I made my video about Etika when he died, when he committed suicide, I had haters coming to my channel like crazy saying that I was just making a video to capitalize on it. When the fact was, I didn't even monetize the video. I considered monetizing it and giving all the money from that to an actual foundation, but I'm like, nope, I don't want money to be involved at all in this. I just want to make a video talking about the impact to me personally and was as real as possible with it. I didn't feel like it was going to be bringing external attention to me. It didn't really bring me any subscribers, anything like that. It was just me talking about Etika, and holy crap, I got destroyed in the comments section. People couldn't wait to jump all over me saying I was trying to capitalize on his death and all these things. I'm like, people will go out of their way to attack a smaller channel. But when it's a bigger channel, no, it's fine. Totally fine. But anyway, moving on to my next issue with this charity stream. Woodhawker, in that video where he's promoting it, in the actual description, he's linking his new channel. He's linking his personal Woodhawker YouTube channel. So he's promoting a charity, and then in the same description, he's saying, hey, check out my other channel. It's a new channel I'm making, and it's going to go a different direction. So literally, you're drawing attention to depression, and you're trying to get people for the foundation, but you still can't help yourself. You still need to promote your own stuff, even when it comes to a depression charity drive. It was really sad. And when I see that new channel, there's a few things that I think of with it. I know Trevor from Top Loaded Gaming had a good point saying the reason why he's doing this channel is because Beatemups is very kid-friendly and kid-focused, and he's concerned about COPPA, which may be true, but I think Woodhawker is making a personal channel because he's trying to separate himself from Screenwave. Because right now with Beatemups, Screenwave Media has promoted the hell out of it, and he has to give them a lot of money on every advertisement. We're talking, what, 20 to 25% ad revenue? That's a lot of money to be given away when you're only making 75% of it. He has already established his brand, and from a business perspective, it's genius. Building up that brand, using a network to do it, getting people to care about you and believe in you, and then once you've finally grown to the point of almost amassing 1 million subscribers, creating your own channel and breaking away from the network so they can't take any of that money. It's smart. I'm not knocking him for it if that's the reason why he's doing it. Nobody's really brought that up, but from the perspective of a former full-time YouTuber who knows about these MCNs, if I was Screenwave Media, I'd be asking a few questions on what Wood's intentions are with this because of all the money they've put into him leading up to this point. And speaking of Wood's new channel, that doesn't even talk about his current channel where he's created a brand deal with Bang energy drinks and is basically promoting an energy drink to an audience of, let's be honest, he's got a bunch of Nintendo Switch fans. There's an awful lot of kids who watch his channel. that is extremely concerning from the perspective of me, a parent of 2 kids, that'd be watching someone like him who is over and over in what feels like every video I've seen from him, over the top promoting Bang energy drink like it's a water, like it's not even bad for you. Energy drinks are terrible for you. Overthink Gaming had a really good take on this. Would strongly recommend you guys listening to what he had to say about that. But in all honesty, the whole Bang energy drink thing might not seem like a big deal to most people. It truly is concerning. And maybe he's creating the new Woodhawker channel as a way to warp the Bang energy into that. I mean, that new channel already has like 15,000 subscribers in over a day and a half or something. Something that took me to get. I mean, he's already surpassed me. I've been doing YouTube for 4 years. His personal channel that hasn't been promoted by Screenwave Media has already surpassed me doing YouTube full time. Now, that might sound like jealousy, and I'm sure a little bit of it is, but in all honesty, it's genius. Again, I'm not mad at him. He's doing something smart. It's just concerning that right now he's promoting Bang energy and everyone seems to be perfectly okay with it. Like, there's no problems at all with that. Anyways, those are my thoughts on what's going on with Beatemups and Woodhawker in general right now. There's a lot of controversy surrounding him. I don't think he's a terrible human being like a lot of other channels are trying to make him out to be. But I also don't think he's nearly as innocent as a lot of his defenders are trying to make him out to be. There's always a little bit of gray area in between all of this. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, you stay smashing.
Smash it,